many times that I miss you. I know how to call when I want to. Now you got way bigger issues.
To make this, you will need at least 2.5 years of fabric. You can use cotton to make this. Any fabric that doesn't stretch will be fine for this. Can you see this doesn't stretch? It's cotton. It's the stretch is just a little bit. You don't need this to drape, so don't use any fabric that has draping in it. So I will advise you use cotton to make this. Now I'm going to be using 2.5 years, and that is because I want this to be a shirt dress, not a shirt top. I want to maximize this shirt. It's so lovely and I want to be wearing it all the time, so I'm going to be making mine to be a shirt. I have not tried it to be a top to know how many years that will be. So what I'm using to make this shirt dress is 2.5 yards. I have folded my fabric into 4, as you can see, but before I continue, I will show you guys how I arrived at this. So guys, as you can see, this is the shirt top that we are making, and everything here is just on the waistline. As you can see how the waistline is snatched, so that is the main area where we are focusing on. So I'm going to use this waistline to get the measurement of everything I'm making here. Since the waist is the main focus on this shirt top, we are going to be using the waistline. So we are going to do waistline divided by 4. Like my waist is 36 inches, divided by 4 will give me 9 inches. And this is what we are going to be using. We are going to add 1 inch sewing allowance to that, which will make it 10 inches. Now we have pleats on this. We have tucks. Now as you can see, we have 3 tucks on this. 1, 2, 3. The 3 of them, you would decide how many the width of the tuck that you want. So let's say you want your tuck to be from here to here, which is 1 inch. So here like this, you have 2 inches, and we have 3 tucks. So we are going to do 3 tucks times 2 inches, which will be 6. And we want these tucks to be on both the back and the front. So we are going to add 6 inches to this, which will make it 16 inches, right? And I'm going to add extra 5 inches or 4 inches. So I'm going to tell you what this 4 inches is when we get to the sewing table. Like I have said, I have folded my fabric into 4. So this is the back, center back, and this is for the front. I have added 3 inches for the placket. I want to fold my placket in this way. I've folded the first one and I will fold it again. That's why I have added 3 inches, so that I will have 1 inch for my button stand. And that's why I added these 3 inches. So now we are going to be starting our measurements. So the first measurement you need is the shoulder to the waistline. But this time around, it's not going to be the waistline. You're going to be using the under bust line. And my under bust line is 14 inches. I'm going to add sewing allowance to that, which will make it 14.5. So I'll mark 14.5 here. I will take it all the way down. Next, from here, we are going to be measuring the width of the tuck. And what we have there is 4 inches. I will measure 4 inches here like this. I'm just going to take it all the way straight. So that is what we have here. Now I measured for 16 inches, right? The waist divided by 4, which is 9 inches, plus sewing allowance, which is 1 inch, 10 inches, and we added 6 inches to that, which is 16 inches. So I'm going to measure 16 inches from this back. I'm going to measure 16 inches here like this, all the way to here. So from here to here, 16 inches. Now I told you guys to add 4 inches to that, and that is because I want my hem to have an A line. So I'm going to connect this in an A line form. So So I'll just take this like this and go out a line. That's the effect I want on the hemline. And then at the hem, I'm going to come up from here. I'll come up 4 inches to make a curve at the hem. So I'll connect this line like this. Now guys, the next thing we have to get is the sleeve length. I want to use 12 inches for the sleeve. So from here to here, I'm going to get 12 inches. I'm going to mark it here, and this will be, I'll make a notch here. So now coming over to the neck, we are going to get the neck width 2.75. I'll mark it here. For the back, I'm going to use 1 inch. I'll mark it here. Then for the front, I'm going to mark 4 inches for the neck depth. I'll just mark this up to this place and I will draw it. So I'm just going to connect this line like this. Let's just connect it like this, and let me just, you know, make a mark so that you will see my front neckline. So this is how my front neckline will be. Now I'm going to cut this out. I'll cut out this other side. I'm going to shift this and mark the neck curve for the front, and I will also cut this out. Now first of all, we are going to be working on the back before we come over to the front. So next thing I will do, I will open up my fabric like this. I'm going to extend these lines that I have here. Next, as you can notice, this crease line is the center back. So from this center back, I'm going to come in 2 inches, and I'll mark a straight line here like this. 2 inches. So next, what we do is we added 2 inches for the pin tuck, the pleats. We are going to mark that 2 inches here. And then we have 1 inch for the spacing. So I'm going to keep 1 inch here and mark another 2 inches. 1 inch space, and I mark another 2 inches. So when we are done, we are going to go to our machine and pick this like this. You're going to pick this like this and sew it. And you jump this 1 inch and pick this one again and you sew it. You jump this one and pick these 2 inches and sew it. You sew it here. Can you guys see that our shirt is already coming out the way we want it? You're going to repeat this on this other side. So I'm going to mark again 2 inches. One inch, 1 inch, and then 2 inches. So when you pick them, can you see what I'm doing, guys? So you go ahead and do the same thing to the front. So this is it after I was done pinning it. Can you guys see how lovely this shirt is? In fact, I'm so loving this shirt, I'm telling you guys. So this side is the back and this other side is the front. Can you guys see? The pleated side is at the back while this is in the front. You already know. So this is the front. I've also done the same thing to the front. Can you guys see? Yes, so this is the placket. I folded it into 2 like I told you guys. So the next thing I would do is to go to my fabric and sew all these things and, you know, get the pleats ready. Next is for us to cut out the sleeve. Remember, I marked from here to here as the sleeve, so this is where the sleeve will be. We'll just sew the 1/2 inch sewing allowance, and whatever we have will be for the sleeve. So I'll sew out this place, and from here to here will be the sleeve, and I have cut this into 2 on fold. Can you guys see? So I'll go ahead and join this to the dress. For the sleeve length, just go ahead and minus your normal sleeve length minus 5 inches. The rest is for the sleeve and the curve. So this tutorial will be too long if I decide to sew this, but I'll just give you guys a guide on how to sew it if you will not have the patience to see how to make this. So you will just go ahead to your machine and you're going to sew the pleats. So you're going to sew the pleats from the place we have pinned it, and make sure you backstitch it. Can you guys see? So you just pick them the way they are and you sew them, and then you will go ahead and join the shoulder of the shoulder. Make sure you do the same thing for the back. I'm loving this shirt, you guys have no idea, and I love the color. So I'll go ahead and join. You should go ahead and do these pleats and join the shoulder. Guys, please pardon me. Okay, so I'll go ahead and join the shoulder. So after joining the shoulder, just make sure you follow this same way I'm showing you. You go ahead and sew the side sleeve, the side seam. Don't sew the sleeve yet, just go ahead and sew the side seam. So from this notch you have here, you just go ahead and sew the side seam straight, and we will connect the sleeve to it. So just make sure you watch this video, the sewing tutorial of this video, so that you understand everything. So guys, if this is your first time coming across my channel, consider subscribing and turn on your notification bell icon so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you have watched this video to this time and you haven't given this video a thumbs up, a big one at that, what are you waiting for? Is this video too small to be given a thumbs up? Please guys, do give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you come back to watch the sewing tutorial. And for my returning subscribers, thank you. I appreciate you guys a whole lot. I thank you for always supporting and coming back to watch my video. I'll see you guys in the sewing tutorial. Bye.